All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get to your first $50,000 month with e-commerce, specifically on Shopify, but not exclusively on Shopify. And the reason I say that is because currently we're experiencing a bit of a new frontier when it comes to e-commerce, and it's largely due to TikTok Shop. So in this video, I'm just going to talk a lot, but it's going to be extremely valuable. Treat it more or less like a podcast. And keep in mind, we've done multiple $50,000 months through our own brands. We're doing multiple millions in revenue across the partners that we work with. So I'm trying my best to condense all of that knowledge and give it to you in a compact size here, even though this video may get a little bit long. But just sit back, relax, pop open some work or something while I talk here, and I promise you it'll be worthwhile. Now, first things first, a $50,000 month may sound like a lot to you, and of course it is, right? Like when we consider the average wage being like 30K a year or 40K a year, whatever it is, that's a lot of money. But what you got to remember, and this is something that most gurus on the internet won't tell you, is that a $50,000 month, especially with e-commerce, does not mean you're taking home $50,000 right into your pocket, right into your bank account. A $50,000 month in e-commerce usually means about $10,000 to $20,000 in profit. So that's the money that you can take home. But here's the thing. If you want to reach a $100,000 month the month after, it's likely that you'll want to reinvest a large majority of the money that you're printing in profit back into your business. So a lot of you guys are beginners. You actually haven't even started your store. Even some of you haven't even considered making an e-commerce business, and you just watch my videos for entertainment. And I thank you, because that's pretty cool. But I tend to make videos these days that are aimed at experienced e-commerce entrepreneurs. I break down brands that make millions and millions of dollars. And the reason is because selfishly, I want to learn what it takes to get a brand to $3, $4, $5 million a month. And I know it's not applicable to you guys. So I'm trying here to make an effort to appeal to those of you that are just getting started. And you want to reach a 50K a month and actually earn a really, really good income through your own business. So the first step I would say to getting to a 50K a month is, of course, finding an idea, finding a product. And I already demystified what it truly means to reach a 50K a month. It means you're taking home about 20K a month in profit. And you got to think about what kind of product can do 50K a month in profit. And most of the products that do that in a quick manner, so in a matter of months, are unique products that are not out there in the marketplace, or at least products that people can't just go to Target and find. That's a good criteria. If you don't know what Target is just basically, it's kind of like Walmart. It's just a big retailer. And once you find a product like that, and there's many ways to do that. So obviously I've covered a few in the past. In yesterday's video, for example, Zendrop is a great one for this. Zendrop allows you to get a lot of dropshipping products available. Etsy is a great way to find products. If I'm being honest, this is something a lot of people don't talk about, but Etsy has a lot of really unique products. And here's a hack. This is actually what I would do. And I'm going to, lob this to you because I don't have time to do this. We're creating other brands, but this is definitely something you should consider doing, is reaching out to Etsy sellers that are doing pretty well. You can figure out which Etsy sellers are not dropshipping, because there's a lot of people that have been dropshipping on Etsy. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do, but there are sellers in there that actually care about their craft and make incredible products. And maybe they just haven't seen that much success. It's cool on Etsy. You can actually see how much a store is selling, like how many sales they've gotten. So you can measure pretty well how successful someone is on Etsy. What you should do is reach out to a bunch of Etsy sellers with really cool products that actually are getting sales, but maybe not as many as they could. Why should you do this? First of all, because there's validation. There's validation in the sales that they've already gotten. And this is very important. You definitely, if you want to make 50K a month, you definitely want to sell something that has been validated You don't want to reinvent the wheel. It's going to take you years to reach 50K a month if you are trying to reinvent the wheel. And I'm not necessarily saying you should never do this. If you're an innovator and you have an incredible idea that you just have a passion, a calling for pursuing, then go for it. I mean, don't listen to anybody on the internet, right? Like that's a big thing. Just stay clear in your vision and make it happen. But for those of us that don't have an idea like that, it's best to follow a proven path. And on Etsy, there's a proven path, but those people are limited by the Etsy platform. So what you can do is take their products and introduce them to Shopify. Start running paid ads, meta ads. I have a lot of guides on my channel. We have guides in the Ecommerce Lab, which you can join in the description, that make it really easy to run meta ads or TikTok ads or even Google ads, whatever it is you want to do for them. Maybe offer them all of those things. Say, I'll run TikTok ads, meta ads, Google ads. Even if you don't know how to do it yet, just have the confidence that you can learn. You can learn anything on the internet, okay? So remember that. Literally anything on the internet. I mean, we stream lectures from some of the most prestigious universities in the world for free here on YouTube. So that's another reason to subscribe to the channel. But you have access to all of that. You can learn anything. So just trust that you can learn anything. And see what they say. They're likely to want to partner up with you. You can say, hey, I just want to sell your products. Can we do a partnership on the store side of things? And somebody will agree. And boom, right there, you have an incredible business idea that you can take to 50K a month. Now, the reason at the beginning that I said you don't have to limit yourself to Shopify is because there's something happening right now with TikTok Shop that is quite special. And for example, on my screen, you can see that this product right here, for example, in the last 24 hours did 50K. So they're not even doing 50K a month. They're doing 50K a day, okay? Quite crazy, if you ask me. Let's take a look at it super fast, and then we'll continue to talk.
I know you do. Coconut mint pulling oil. Does it really work?
So hold on. Let's actually go back just a second, because this is another thing you need to start learning about. This is the great thing about the internet right now. Everybody has access to a phone. And what that means is that everybody has access to creating content. And creating content is the name of the game, especially if you don't have a lot of startup capital. So let's see the hook here. So you gotta learn the best structure for an ad. This will take you very far. So hooks, something that hooks somebody to watch the video all the way till the end. You'll notice on my videos even, I try to do this. Obviously, I'm not an expert YouTuber here, but I try to keep in mind that if I'm just like, hey guys, Ari here, most people will drop off. So I tend to start my videos with some sort of hook. Maybe not for this one, I guess, but let's see.
Results.
Y'all want to see results?
Coconut mint pulling oil. Does it really work? Okay, y'all, the top picture is when I first started, week 1. That was like over 4 months ago. Check it out. You can see the dark.
So this is a super authentic ad. It's 58 seconds long. It's really long. This is actually uncommon for paid ads to be this long. But as we see, and this is why it's so important to constantly be looking at data, though you should just be taking more action than looking at data. Leave the data to me. Just follow my channel. But this is why it's important, right? Because a lot of people will tell you what works, what doesn't work. But in reality, the data will tell us the truth. And in this video, we can clearly see that this long form video, it's actually not a long form video in the sense that it's a YouTube aspect ratio. It's a TikTok aspect ratio. But this is a longer video than usual. And it's converting incredibly well, right? I mean, it's made over $50,000 in a day organically, okay? So let's continue watching this. As you see, she's showing before and after results. And she hooked the video by saying, I know you want to see results. That's right away, it kind of is like, it makes you feel like she's talking to you, right?
Calculus under my gums. You can see it almost looks like my teeth are rotting on the bottom there with that brown wrapping around. That is calculus. Or look at the bottom picture now. Healthy pink gums, whiter teeth. They're at least 3 shades whiter. And also breath is fresher. This is something that truly works.
So she's just talking all about the benefits, right? She got rid of her calculus in her teeth, fresher breath, And, there's no fancy edits here. That's another thing to keep in mind. A lot of people think that your videos have to be just insanely edited with AI, mid journey pictures in it. The truth is, this is what works. Showing results, showing that your product actually does something for somebody. That's how a product can make 50K a month. That's how a product can make 50K a day.
This product can help give you the confidence you need to book that dentist appointment, because yes, dentists are important. Dentists are very important.
Wow, that was really, really good angle. Just saying this will give you the confidence to book that dentist appointment. This can be used for weight loss as well. Like, this product will give you the confidence to actually book a doctor's appointment and not be embarrassed about your weight or not be embarrassed about your dirty teeth, right? This is how you need to start thinking about if you want to reach a 50K month. You want to think about the struggles that people face, the things that make people's lives worse, and how you can actually improve them. That's what I think is so incredible about business, is that if you're a person that actually loves helping others, business is perfect for you, because ultimately the biggest businesses just solve the biggest problems. Obviously, there's people that make money doing BS things, but that doesn't have to be you. You can be a good person and actually solve good problems in the world with your business. And I promise you, you'll reach a 50K month doing that. For me personally, I've reached 50K months selling random stuff that doesn't actually help people very much. But the problem with that is that you can't get too much further than 50K a month, at least without running into really, really bad issues. So to give you an example, I had a product once that helped people create a bun in their hair. Like, girls make a bun really easy, put their hair up really easy, basically. And the product was actually pretty good, but it wasn't that good. It was pretty low quality. And because it actually did solve a problem, we were able to scale it to 200K a month. However, it quickly came down. That did not last very long. I wasn't able to really build anything out of it. So I built this house of cards, this cash flow, this momentary cash flow, but it all came crumbling down in the end. And then I had to start over. And then I did it again. I found a product that was some Christmas lights that were pretty cool. You could control them through your phone. It didn't solve a real problem besides the fact that people like to go all out on Christmas. So a lot of people were very into it. But then when they got them, they were a bit disappointed because our ad showed a lot more capabilities than the product actually had. Of course, as a drop shipper at the time, I didn't really know that. I hadn't even tried the product out, to be honest. And that's what a lot of us struggle with. We want to move so fast that we forget the things that actually are going to make your business good. And the things that make your business good are the things that are going to grow your business. So that was another great example. I literally scaled that from 0 to 10K a day in 10 days. It was kind of a cool challenge, I guess. But what people don't see with challenges like that is what happens after. What happens after those 10 days? Well, what happened after those 10 days is our ad account got disabled, our PayPal got withheld, our Shopify payments were banned. So then you're left with nothing after that. Sure, you're left with a little bit of money, and that's great. I know a lot of people need that. That's totally fine. But if I could go back, I would try my best to take it a little bit slower, order the product, see what it actually does, understand it very well, like she's doing. This is why TikTok Shop works so well, because the creators actually have the product on hand, and they tend to be part of the demographic that actually uses the product. So she's able to sell it super well by being authentic. She doesn't have to have crazy edits. She doesn't have to promise the world. She just has to show what the product did for her and what it helped her feel like. These are the things that are going to help you make a 50K month. So I hope that these things are hitting your brain and kind of giving you some aha moments. I really am prioritizing giving out a lot of ideas these days because you have no idea. That's funny. That's kind of ironic to say how powerful just one idea can be. I mean, that's truly what's changed my life, is continuing to learn as I take action. I make these videos, but you don't see the rest of my day. I mean, these videos don't take me very long to do, and that's on purpose. But, I'm learning every day. I'm taking action every day. I'm analyzing results from Akemi, my company, every single day. I'm talking to my partner every day. We're making moves every day. And progressively, we've been able to scale way beyond 50K a month. And it's only been through putting in the work to creating a good product. So, this is a great example of that. This product is obviously really good. You're probably not going to be able to sell a product like this. But that's really another thing. You easily could reach a 50K month with e-commerce by not even creating any store and just being a creator. I mean, this lady, she's probably making 20% of this. So she's probably going to do a 50K month by promoting this product, which is pretty crazy because she doesn't have to fulfill any orders. She doesn't have to do really anything besides just make videos for the product. So this is certainly a viable option if you want to make a 50K month, is to just focus on content creation and see where that takes you. That skill is also going to allow you to grow your own business once you do decide to go all in on a product. But if that's too risky for you, master the art of short form content right now. I do think it's an art because, there's a million people making videos, but not everyone's going viral. So take a look at videos like this. Keep watching my channel. I'll continue to break down these videos and why they work, because that's really what's important. It's cool to see these brands making millions a month, but what's cooler is understanding why they make millions a month. And that's what I'm trying to get across here. You got to understand why some businesses can make 50K a month. And that's what's going to allow you to actually get there. So hopefully this video made sense to you. Again, there's a million ways to make money these days. So you got to just lock into something, put in a lot of work, remove those limiting beliefs from your head. Reaching a 50K a month is not even close to impossible. There's kids that are 15 years old doing 10x that. And it's because they don't have those limiting beliefs in their heads. They didn't have enough time. They're so young that they didn't get, the system didn't imprint their limiting beliefs into them, right? It's really easy for our parents to think that it's impossible to reach that amount of money unless you're scamming people or something. And it's just their limiting beliefs that are just being passed down to you. But ultimately, the internet proves that you can make money doing anything these days. I mean, you can promote a product like this and make 50K a month just through one video. So not impossible by any means. You can do it. I've done it. I'm continuing to do it. I'm continuing to see people in the Academy Lab doing it. And, I just am really excited about the times we live in, because as many people, there's a lot of people saying things like, oh, it's harder now, blah, blah, blah. And certainly media buying can be harder now. It's more competitive. Perhaps it's harder in some ways to grow a business, but it's also easier in a lot of ways to grow a business. And I think it's simply about focusing on that. Like, your perception really shapes your world. So focus on the reasons why it's easy to make a business and put in the work, for 90 days. I actually heard this from a Stanford lecture that I found and watched the other day from a $15 billion private equity manager, or owner rather, is his firm. And he said that's scientifically proven to make a big impact in your life. If for 90 days you can really get clear on a goal. So let's say your goal is to reach 10K a month, 50K a month. Think about 3 things that you can do every day that are going to get you closer to that goal, and do them for 90 days straight. And they found that just doing that can make you as much progress as you would have gotten in 3 years had you not just focused on 3 things that you can do every day. So, for example, just to give you an example of things that you could do every day to reach a 50K month, you could make a video every single day on TikTok following what works, promoting a product on TikTok Shop. You could do product research every day and find a new product that you think could go really crazy through Facebook ads. Maybe you want to test a new product every week. But obviously, I don't think you should be testing a product every day on Facebook. That's going to be very expensive. But you could do 1 new product test a week and just every day do product research and validate that product as much as you can. Another thing you could do every day that's going to get you closer to that goal is quite simply copying what works when it comes to website design. So adding website elements from the brands that are working to your product page, making some small improvement. These things are going to make a massive difference. Or reaching out to one new influencer every day that could, you know, do a video just like this for your product, or reaching out to one new Etsy seller every day to see if they can partner up with you so that they can handle all the fulfillment, have an incredible service already established, and you just focus on the marketing outside of the Etsy platform. These things are powerful. So if you want to have more discussions like this outside of just my YouTube channel, well, of course, leave comments. I love to talk to you guys in the comments, but you should also join the Akemi Lab. We have some amazing discussions in there. There's some incredible entrepreneurs in there as well. So, I strongly recommend it. I back that product fully. And that's really about it. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a bit of a solo podcast, I would consider, but sometimes I just want to brain dump on you guys. And I think it's more valuable than a lot of the tutorials out there because, it's real experience. I'm just trying to share my real experience in this video. I know I've been breaking down a lot of stores lately, and that's incredibly valuable for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys as well. But I want to try to appeal to the rest of my audience that is just getting started and they needed to talk like this. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.